Hey, what's up, everybody? Again, it's Damar Dowell, one of the treasure hunter leaders. Just wanted to kind of share how it started for us. I have several friends who are, asking us to help them start it, and where they at with their ministry or with friends, and just wanted to kind of share how it started for us, and just to let people know that it doesn't take much. All it takes is a yes, a yes. So for me, maybe I got saved in 2004. Really started living for the Lord seriously 2007, 2008. Around 2010, 2009, I was kind of introduced to this, the way that I believe a believer should live, really going after God and pursuing Him with everything. And I got introduced to Bethel Church in Redding, California, through a DVD called Finger of God. And on it, they were doing something called treasure hunting. And I was really, really intrigued by it. But to be honest, I was weirded out, and I was kind of mad because they were doing it and I wasn't, and it was working. And I was really jealous. And jealousy is okay because it's from God. And I was jealous because I wanted what they had, and I knew they were doing something right. So I was watching a telecast on Bethel Church's, it's called iBethel TV. They have a live stream, and one day they had a book on the corner, and it was being advertised as one of their leaders, Kevin Detman, was selling a book, and it's called The Ultimate Treasure Hunt. And I instantly, Holy Spirit, you need to buy that book. And I didn't buy it. This was like January 2012. And maybe about 4 weeks later, another program I'm watching, and again it pops up, and I heard him say, "Damar, you need to buy that book." So I said, okay, I'll buy the book. So I actually bought 3 copies. I bought one for myself, one for my pastor, and one for a friend of mine who I thought would enjoy it. And I got to about page 12, and I could not believe what I was reading. It really, really destroyed a lot of preconceived notions that I had of God in the religious, unknowing religious limits that I put on God. And by the time about page 36, page 38, I was like, you know what? This is real, and I want to do this. And so I had a group, maybe about 10, 11 of us, and we would meet at my home on Saturday nights, and we called it fire meetings. Typical Pentecostal name, fire meeting, but not Pentecostal. I'm just a believer, just saying. But even though I love Pentecost, it's really authentic. But we would be meeting, and I showed the Finger of God movie, and I was like, we're gonna do this. God's gonna move through us, and we're gonna go on this street, and we're gonna do this stuff. And I'm saying to these people, but I am terrified inside. Like, God, I don't know how this is gonna happen, because it's sure not gonna happen through me. And that was about March of 2012, and we were still doing our meetings, and we didn't go out. And my pastor and I, Demiris Johnson, we went to go to Bishop Garlington's church in Pittsburgh to see Bill Johnson from Bethel Church. And while we were there, friends of ours from my pastor's church, the Tabernacle in Orchard Park, we met some friends that he knew there, and Bill and Diane Miles. And, I introduced myself, and through conversations, she said, "Hey, we're thinking about doing this thing called treasure hunting. You ever heard of it?" I was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, we're thinking about doing it." She's like, "So are we." And so I said, "Hey, contact me when you guys are, maybe we can go together." So this is now June of 2012. And by the way, I haven't started doing it yet. And they had Bill and Diane, and Dave and Maggie Nappert, and Rebecca Furmanek. Hope I said their name right. But she's one of my good friends. That's really bad. Tisk. But they had did it a couple times, and I said, "Hey, you guys are experts in my book 2 times. So come show us what you're doing, and help us lead." And so they had a handful of people. It was myself, my wife Gila, and a couple other friends of mine, and we just went with them. And with that, I will add, the Lord impressed me to bring my 7-year-old daughter. Now, I was very uncomfortable with that, and I just really felt like it was him. So, we brought her, and she had, the treasure hunting has a list, and it's about 30 things, names, places, people, and every single one was filled out by her. She filled out everything, and I had maybe about 30% of it filled out. And so I just thought she was making stuff up. But so we're in Walmart, and I'm telling you, her clues, I mean, the word of knowledge that she got was coming to pass before my eyes, and it really challenged me, wrecked me, like, man, like if my 7-year-old, because children this is why Jesus told them, don't shun away the children, because they take what daddy says as final word. She said, oh, well, Jesus is going to talk to me right now. I'm going to write down, okay, he's talking to me. She writes down everything she sees, and it comes to pass. And so after that, we started doing it more and more. And throughout the summer, I met up with with a friend of mine, Brendan McCurchie, who he's on a previous video. And, he had been telling me he had really been wanting to do it. And we connected really good in about September. And our friends who started with us, Bill and Diane, they felt led to do it because we were doing it mostly in the city, and they felt led to do it in the South Towns in Western New York. So, we were prepared to, we felt like we were prepared to just take it and go with it. So, we kept carrying it forth and kept doing it. And since that time, I guess initially when I was doing it, it wasn't as much faith coming from me because I was very terrified, and the fear factor was there. Am I actually going to say something to this person? But God was, he was very gracious during that time, and he would, we still would see miraculous things happen. But once I started really walking in it and believing it, that this was actually, authentic and God, I was doing it for a while, but I wasn't fully convinced, I guess. And with the amount of testimonies has just catapulted, and now we're helping out different friends who are in ministry, like I said earlier, who they have the same heart and passion that we do, just to love people. And it's kind of branched out, and different nights we do different things. We have on Wednesday nights we go to the homeless and to the poor, and we hand out sandwiches, and we offer to pray for anything they need, bodily pain or whatever they need. And sometimes we do college ministry, maybe once a month or so. We go to different colleges, and one time we were in the hallway of the student union, and we were holding up signs that said free prophetic prayer, free we didn't say prophetic prayer, we actually said free dream interpretations and spiritual cleansing, and didn't want to scare people too much. And the amount of people were coming up, and God was just speaking through us. And what treasure hunting has done for me personally, it has revolutionized my mind and life to know that God actually speaks to me, and turned this fragile, feeble-minded thinking, scared little guy into a man who's really possessed by love now. I remember around that time when the Lord first spoke to me to buy the treasure hunting book, this was January 2012, I was crying out to him like, God, please, please move, please move. And I'm praying, and I'm snot bubbling, and I'm praying in my church on the ground by myself. And very clearly he just said, son, I will move, but I need you to go out there. You're hoarding love. Why are you keeping it to yourself? Cross the chicken line and go. I'm with you. All of heaven is with you, left and right, surrounding you. No fear. And that was one of the things that catapulted me into going. So again, it's not rocket science. Go and love on someone. God's speaking to you. Trust that he is. If you miss it, of course we don't want to, but he's gracious, and he's more than capable of cleaning you up and helping you get it right the next time. So again, we just encourage you guys come join us out, check out the website, and be disciples, be light, do what you were called to do. It is the perfect will of God for you to cast out demons, raise the dead, heal the sick, cleanse lepers. That's his perfect will for all believers. If you're a disciple, if you're a follower, because that's what he told the disciples to do. And if you're a disciple, you have the ability to walk into that. If you don't, then you won't. I'm not saying you're going to go to hell. You'll go to heaven, and but you just will miss out on destroying the enemy's stronghold that he has. I fully enjoy destroying what he's doing. Love going into a club or a bar and just releasing love on people, love bombs on them. Why not? I love praying for broken legs that happen because of a car accident where the devil tried to kill somebody. I love it. I'm reestablishing what my daddy died for. Jesus died for that pain. He died, and we're just going out to get back what he died for. So again, just encourage you, to be light in the earth. Peace.